Welcome back to the Coffee Shop Launchpad. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most important steps on your journey to opening your own coffee shop, creating a quick but powerful business case. Now, don't worry, this isn't about spreadsheets, stress, or perfection. It's about clarity, it's about confidence, and it's about understanding the mechanics of how your future cafe will work. This step is truly where your dream starts turning into something tangible. So let's jump right in. Before we start, there are two key things that you need to know. One, your business case will never be perfect, and that's completely fine. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to get a clear, grounded picture of what you want to build. Think of it like a map. A map doesn't show every tree, every bench, or every bird path, but it does show you the direction. So if you're feeling nervous about numbers, breathe. You don't need to be a financial expert. What you need is curiosity, openness, and a willingness to learn. Second, and it is something most people underestimate, you must build your business case yourself. If someone else prepares it for you, even a consultant or accountant, you lose the intuition behind every number. And that intuition is critical because numbers only matter when you understand their meaning. You'll see, it's simpler than it looks. By doing it yourself, you train your entrepreneurial muscle. You start recognizing patterns, assumptions, and opportunities that others would miss. This step makes you stronger, and that's why it's priceless. A business case is basically two parts. The ins, your revenue from all your activities, the outs, all your expenses. As long as your ins are bigger than your outs, including paying your own time, you are making money. If they are equal, you are losing time, and if the outs are bigger, you are losing money while you work. In this video, we will focus entirely on the ins and how to realistically estimate your revenue. In the next video, we'll cover the outs, the expenses that bring your business case to life, and how to bring them together. Now let's get to the magic. The 100% day method, one of the most powerful ways to estimate daily revenue for your future cafe. Here's how it works. Step 1. Visit the coffee shops you love, and as explained in the previous video, aim at gathering knowledge and learning as much as you can. As we discussed earlier, speak with them, observe them, and ask meaningful questions. Your aim will be to find a person, sometimes it will be a friend or a relationship close to the coffee world that you know from before or that you found in your visits. Ask them for the possibility to discuss more in detail. You will need to find out the following information. What is their best-selling day of the year? What is their strongest day of the week? What is their best performing month? Even ranges or hints are a great step. If you are a barista, you might know this numbers already by heart. Think about the 100% day method when speaking to them. Step 2. Define the 100% day of the year. Let's say your reference shop tells you their strongest day of the year normally happens in September. Their strongest day of the week is normally Thursdays. This means you can assume their best revenue happens on a Thursday in September. That becomes your 100% benchmark. With this, you now know what peak performance looks like for a shop similar to yours. Step 3. Build your percentage matrix. Following the example above with the Thursday in September being our best day. Now imagine two axes. On one axis, Monday to Sunday. On the other, January to December. After having the 100% reference values for the weekday and month, use them as a guide to fill the rest of the days together with your expert. If Thursday equals 100%, what is Monday? Maybe 60%? What is Saturday? Maybe 90%? Then do the same for the months. If September equals 100%, what is February? Maybe 70%? What is August? Maybe 85%? Do this until you have all the weekdays and all the months. Step 4. Multiply the percentages. Finally, you need to combine weekdays with months by multiplying them. If, for example, you multiply Thursdays with September, you will get 100%. This will reflect again that Thursdays in September are the strongest days. Continue by doing this for the rest of the table. Weekday percentage multiplied by month percentage. With this, you get a realistic daily performance estimate for an entire year. Now ask your expert again and define what the 100% day actually means in revenue. Back then, when we started, the 100% day was around 3,500 euros for our selected expert. With this information, we could now estimate the rest of the year. Don't worry, we will include a template below this video so you can fill it with your own gathered data. Suddenly, you're not guessing anymore. You have a grounded, data-inspired model for estimating the revenue of a shop that should be similar to your dreamed one. This matrix is incredibly powerful, especially as a first approximation, and it gives you a solid base to build your business case. The next key question will be, how much of this yearly estimated revenue do you believe you can achieve in your first year? We will get to that in our next slide. One small additional hint, remember to clarify if revenue is before or after VAT. This part is small but critical, as it can have a real impact on your numbers. Glad that you made it until here. With this, you have the most complicated part behind you. This method will be a cornerstone on your roadmap, and you can continuously adapt the numbers in the first weeks or months after opening to become more accurate as you gather more information. Now, here comes the moment of truth. The question every founder must ask themselves honestly. How much of revenue of the shop you are comparing to do you believe you can reach in your first year? This depends on your location, your foot traffic, your visibility, your positioning, and your experience. You don't need to answer this question now, but keep it in mind as we guide you through the next videos where you will get more information to make a better estimate. When we opened our cafe, we estimated we would reach 30% of the performance of our reference shop in year one. And guess what? We were surprisingly accurate. From there, you can project a yearly growth rate, maybe 10% or more depending on your market and capacity. This single number, your percentage, becomes the cornerstone of your business case, but of course you can always adapt it once your data starts getting more accurate or you start having your first sales. Once you've estimated your revenue, here's a practical rule of thumb that can guide your other costs, especially if you're operating in Austria or in Europe and managing your business well. Personnel around 30% of revenue, consumables or variable costs like coffee, milk, pastries around 30%. Other expenses or fixed costs like rent, utilities, insurance, maintenance around 20%. This will leave you with a target profit of around 20%. This can of course vary depending on how well you manage your coffee. These ratios help you understand what your business could realistically earn each month. Please also think that these numbers can vary in your region. In places like Europe where personnel is expensive, margins can get pressured. But if you are somewhere like in Latin America, personnel, for example, numbers might be lower and margins higher. I would recommend to give them also a thought and think what could apply to you. Additionally, the exact numbers will vary depending on your concept. A specialty coffee shop, a takeaway kiosk, a bakery cafe, and so on. But overall, this framework gives you clarity. When you can trace your revenue down to your expected profit, your business case transforms from an idea into a roadmap. So there you have it, a simple, powerful, and surprisingly intuitive method to estimate your cafe's future revenue. Please take a second to look at the resources below this video where you will find the Excel file to input your values and make your first revenue approximations. I recommend only filling the yellow fields in the file until you get a grasp of how it fully works. In the next video, we will take this foundation and build the expense model, the outs, and complete your business case step by step. Remember, this process is not about perfection. It's about understanding, it's about ownership, and it's about building the confidence you need to become a successful cafe owner. If you're ready, let's move on to video 4.